Candace Rodardi, GratitudeGeek.info, sitting here with Deanna Uli. She is a Dave Ramsey certified counselor. In fact, she was the 2012 Outstanding Financial Peace Coordinator of the Year, and it is my honor to be sitting here with her today. We're going to share with you some tips on how to get out of debt now.
We can make it easier than they can. We can make it better than before. I know. We can make it easier than they can.
Candace Rodardi, I have been a business owner for over 15 years, and I love helping my clients. You know, my clients, they spend a couple $1,000s with me, and I knew that I needed to send a thank you card after the sale was over. But I don't like my handwriting very much. And so I hesitated to send a card because I didn't think the client would be able to read what I wrote and wouldn't appreciate the messy scrawl. And then I discovered a service called Send Out Cards. And I can create my thank you card online, and then it is printed, stamped, and mailed for me. And I can even include a gift like yummy brownies or chocolate-covered strawberries or flowers. It's fabulous. I liked it so much that I became a distributor. It has a very lucrative opportunity, and I'd invite you to take a look at it yourself. Go to my website, GratitudeGeek.com, watch the 12-minute video, and if you like what you see, contact me. Deanna, how did you find Dave Ramsey?
It was purely by accident. I used to be in outside sales, so I drove 5,000 miles a month within the Beltway of Houston. And I was really sleepy one day, and I needed somebody to talk to me and get off of FM radio and the talk show. So I hit AM, hit search, and there was this man talking about finance. And I thought that'd be really cool because I have an MBA in finance, and it ought to be interesting. But you know how his show works is that people call in and say, this is my situation, what would you do if you were in my shoes? And Dave tells them why. Well, the first 3 days of listening to him, I thought he was quite entertaining, and I thought he was a nut because every answer he gave, I would have a different answer. So obviously I'm right. I'm the one with the MBA, right? And by Friday of listening to him, I figured out, you know, maybe I'm wrong, because he started really making some sense, and I liked his whys. So, you know, the first step of getting out of debt is you have to write it down. And you know, that's what he told me.
What do you have to write down?
You have to write down what your situation is. You cannot change what you're not aware of.
So it's a reality check. How
Yes.
much money is in your bank?
Yes.
And how much money do you owe? And how much money do you make?
Yes. And how much money do you spend every day? The more I wrote, the more scared I became.
Oh, not a good feeling.
It was like, have you ever had that white noise, sweat running down your face? I was really glad I had a ceramic tile floor, because I had to lay down on it and put my face against the cold tile just a reality. It's wake up, because I couldn't believe what I'd done to myself.
Wow.
I had figured out that I was $50,000 in credit card debt.
Credit card debt.
Yes, and I had no earthly idea, because the bills came in, I paid what I could on them and just went on down the road.
How did you get out of debt? What are the steps that you took to get out of debt yourself? Because I know today you are completely 100% debt-free.
Debt-free.
And you're on a cash-only basis. So how did you do it? What are the steps that you took?
Well, like I said, first of all, I wrote it down. I became aware of what I had. And then I put my debt smallest to largest and paid off the smallest one first until that was totally eliminated, and then took the money that I was paying toward that debt and put it with the second debt and continued on. It's called the debt snowball.
Okay.
But, a lot of people say, well, that's not mathematically correct. You should do the highest interest rate. Well, my answer to that is, honey, if we were doing math, we wouldn't be in credit card debt. So,
if we were doing math, we wouldn't be in credit card debt. That's a great quote.
Right. And so what it is, it's behavior. And you need an attaboy or an attagirl. And when, once a credit card is out of your life and never going to darken your mailbox again, that's a win-win.
A huge win-win. Yeah, we just paid off a huge debt. It wasn't a credit card, but it was a huge bill. And man, it felt good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Good.
It's time to do a happy dance. And I did so many happy dances, I lost 35 pounds. So,
wow.
Really the reason I was
So you eliminated debt and you eliminated weight.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
What else?
One of the main tools that you use to be able to have more cash flow to pay off the debt is start using cash.
Okay.
There's a reason why Vegas use chips. They, it doesn't register to you when you have a chip on the
It's
table.
funny money.
And
it's not real.
And that's the way we become accustomed with credit cards and debit cards, is we just swipe and we worry about it later. How many times have you gone out to eat and wondered if that was your electric bill money?
So what do you do as a coach? How do you help people?
Everybody's situation is different. The first step is I have them fill out those forms that I filled out that I had to lay on the tile floor about. And I tell people, this is scary. It's not mathematically hard, but emotionally it's very difficult. And I know that. And I pray for them when I send them. And I tell them that, just expect this. And if you run into really some snags, give me a call and I'll walk you through it. Mm-hmm. And but once we become aware of what you are, we sit down one-on-one in my office and create a plan that fits you.
So you offer personal coaching one-on-one, and then you also offer Financial Peace University.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Well, Financial Peace University is a Dave Ramsey course that I teach at First United Methodist Church. It's a 9-week course. And it's a wonderful course. It's a life-changing course because it addresses different issues. How to buy insurance, how to get out of debt, how to save. Why do you save? What's the best vehicles to save? How do you invest? How to buy a house, how to sell a house. All kinds of different topics that people run into in their day-to-day lives. Mm-hmm. And once you know how to run the ropes, you just live that way, and it works.
Mm-hmm. So who do you appreciate?
Oh, first of all, I have to give all the glory to God. And, and second of all, with what I've learned to do and learned to help people, I have to thank Dave Ramsey. When I won the award, the Outstanding Coordinator of the Year, I had no idea there was such an award. He invited a group of us from the Houston area to dinner. And how are you going to turn down Dave Ramsey for dinner? No, I'm sorry, I have a previous engagement. So I went down there, and I was wondering why they kept asking me, are you sure you're going to be there? And I said, yeah, I'm going to be there. And, at the end of his speech that he had that night, his presentation, he, started talking about this person. I was like, man, that sounds like a lot of things I've done. And then he called me on stage and gave me the award, himself. And to me, it's my Oscar,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And
if you'd like to hear the entire interview with Deanna Uli, Personal Finance Management, be sure to visit my website, gratitudegeek.info, and look for podcast number 7. We have the entire interview on audio for you to download, or you can listen to it on Stitcher. Candace Udardi, gratitudegeek.info.
I know we can make it easier than they can. We can make it better than before. I know we can make it easier.